So you are thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and you want to know the most diverse places here. Well, you're in the right place because in today's video, we're going to pull up niche.com top 5 most diverse places to live in Dallas, Texas in 2023. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. You don't want to miss it because we're going to get to it right now. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dre.
And the realest realtor in the DFW, Brandi.
Okay, I see that. And we are here with the Making Moves group in Dallas, Texas. Without further ado, we're going to get straight into the content today because y'all want to know about the most diverse places in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Well, they got tools on the internet called niche.com, and we typed it in there, and it gave us five of the most diverse places that we're going to talk about today. So, Brandi, do you know what number 1 is?
If I would had to guess, I would say Fort Worth. No, I'm just playing, but probably.
You close. So it
Yeah.
is
What is?
Arlington. It is Arlington.
Okay.
And I forgot to say this, but make sure y'all stay tuned, okay? Because the last one is really going to shock you. Definitely shocked me, okay? But Arlington, Texas is the number 1, the most diverse place in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And me personally, I can see why. Actually being in Arlington, it's kind of like a big melting pot, and it has a lot of vibes, you know. And I really like when I looked at the list for most diverse places, I was like, I can definitely see this. Like, I don't see where the lies were told with this list. Sometimes you look at it and you be like, they need to rearrange some things, but this one was kind of spot on for me.
Yeah, it was. It was real good because it was the same thing that we had said before we looked it up.
Yeah.
We took our opinions and we said, what do we think? Because people reach out to us and ask us in the DFW where are the most diverse areas. And when we put our list together and looked up niche.com, so we was real excited that it matched our list, all but the last one. But for the most part, it matched our list.
Yeah.
So that's good. So Arlington is most definitely a vibe. It's a really reasonable price point. It has some high end and then it has some average. So the average price point in Arlington is about 340. That's the average house for sale right now price, and the median price for homes over in Arlington. And it is a very very diverse environment, a melting pot. I think Arlington is definitely the melting pot, and you can get everywhere in 20 minutes from Arlington. So that's what I love about Arlington.
For me, Arlington is more like the party vibes. You know, they got Texas Live, they got the Dallas Cowgirls Stadium, Texas Rangers, Six Flags, Hurricane Harbor. It's like one of those. It's for me. I would say it's like Baby Frisco, honestly.
Really?
I don't know if we did it. We were supposed to do a video about Frisco versus Arlington.
Earnestly, so
Yeah,
hard to get with that because
yeah,
I disagree with you. I don't think it's a baby Frisco. I really think Arlington is way bigger than Frisco. The only thing that I would give Arlington is price points are as up as Frisco because it's big. Arlington is definitely bigger.
yeah.
So I think Frisco was kind of trying to get off on the Arlington vibe. You got the amusement park go coming, just like Six Flags is the amusement park that's in Arlington. It has stadiums. Well, the Cowboy Stadium was first in Arlington. So I definitely would say that if anybody was the baby anything, Frisco was the baby Arlington. And the vibe, as far as the vibe goes, it's good that we're a different age bracket and you saying you get a party vibe from Arlington. You never hear nobody saying they can go party in Arlington. So I don't think Arlington is a party vibe. I do think it is like comes in terms of like family places, the cutest little black owned like coffee shops and eateries. Um, Shout out to Coffee is Ground, super cute place. But I think yeah, really good food in Arlington. You do find that good golf courses, the amusement parks and theme parks. So it is real family to
Okay.
me. You say party, I say family. Either way, Arlington is number one for diversity.
Number 1 for diversity. I completely agree with that. So right now we are looking at the map. Brandy pretty much said that Arlington is going to be about 20 minutes from everything. Okay, so you have Irving, Irving, where the DFW International Airport is. You have Dallas, which is on the east side, and then you also have Fort Worth. So it's pretty much in the middle of everything. It's probably one of the most convenient places to live, and depending on where you live in Arlington, Texas, you have a lot of good access to highways. You have I-30, I-20. You also have the 820. It's pretty much, it's like the hub. So if you want to get anywhere fast, like Arlington, it's going to be like one of those places. It's not one of the most glamorized places, but they do have places in the DFW. They but they do have good housing there, but it's just not one of the most glamorous places that people like to talk about or people like to try to convince you to move to.
You don't think so? I think people talk about Arlington a lot.
But like whenever you Google like living in Dallas, it's always Dallas, McKinney, Plano, Frisco, Forney. Arlington's like one of those places like they get like swept under the rug. Like we have to literally bring it out to put more awareness on it.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not as glamorized, you know. So the number two place, which it's very diverse, but for me, I just don't like it. Okay.
Okay.
And it's gonna be Dallas, Texas. Number two, I feel like Dallas is just too hype. For me, like inner city Dallas is just like run down. It's like gentrification. You know what I mean? It's like half of the street you got like it look homeless. The other half look like millionaires live there or like regular suburban people. So although Dallas does have the vibes, and it is closer to suburbs like Plano, Frisco, and Forney, which a lot of people drive in from the city to live in Dallas. To work in Dallas. What's you making those faces over there for?
I'm just listening to you, child.
Oh. But Dallas, they have
Talk
like
about Dallas. I'm listening to you talk bad about that city.
they got the Galleria in Dallas. They got the Mav Stadium in Dallas. They got Deep Ellum Art District. I mean, the whole downtown. Like, if you one of those people that really like the downtown vibes and the skyscrapers, Dallas has that. And one of the things I love about Dallas is like whenever they have like sporting events or whenever there's something that's coming to town that's relevant to the city, we have a lot of.
You better talk about the Omni and that ball.
Yeah, you already know. Like, I like one of the things I love about Dallas is like the lights because the skyscraper, the skyline, like they have buildings that have lighting on it that they can change the colors. So if like it was a Texas Rangers game, like the whole city is gonna be blue, red, and white or something like that. They have the ball. I don't know what the name of that ball is called, but it's a big ball in the sky. They have the Omni Hotel. They have the big green building that sometimes changes color. And fun fact, if you watch Cheaters episodes, you'll see that big green building because most of the Cheaters episodes were shot and filmed in Dallas, as well as First 48. They got some episodes there too. So, what you got on Dallas?
Another fun fact, it was the death place of Kennedy.
Oh yeah, they actually, I think they have a museum.
They have a Kennedy Museum and tribute downtown for that dedication. Yeah.
So, what the median price of a home looking like in Dallas?
So the median price of a home in Dallas is a 360 price range between 340 and 360 right now. Now, that just means you got to understand that the way they break down Dallas as a whole, they don't count those districts. Like we're going to call them districts. Like if you say Deep Ellum, if you say Highland Park, if you say any of those districts, they're not including that in those prices. So then that's more inner city Dallas is where that price come from because Dallas is a very, very large city. It's
I was gonna say, like
in the U.S. It
I
is
was gonna
one
say,
of the largest cities. So yeah, but right now that's what the price point sits at. The average house right now is selling in Dallas is about 360.
and honestly, like 360 in Dallas. Maybe in Fort Worth or Arlington, you can get a lot with 360. But in Dallas, I really feel like you don't get the most bang for your buck. Like, that's just my biased opinion.
Yeah, it just depends on where you want to live. I keep
Yeah.
telling people when they move here, they compare where they're moving from inner city to where they're moving here, suburbs, and there's a difference. So
Yeah.
you can't comparison.
And honestly, like that's what y'all got us for, because we can help guide y'all in the right direction, and tell
That
you
is
what are.
God Google. No, I'm
Huh?
just playing.
Oh my God, she over there throwing shade. She need to be thrown underneath the bus. That's what she need to be. Okay, so here is the map of Dallas again, just to show you like the proximity. So we just talked about
And even show the
Arlington.
distance. Show how big Dallas is, because so they can
Actually,
see the parameters of Dallas in itself.
so all of this right here is going to be Dallas right here. Okay, all of this, and then you have like little cities like Irving, Arlington, and then Fort Worth is just like a real baby-sized Dallas. Not really, but that's the way they explain it. So all these, you have Bishop
What you
Arts.
say? You see Fort Worth is a baby Dallas?
Yeah.
You always gotta call somebody the baby or something. Fort Worth is not the baby in Dallas.
But living in Dallas, okay.
It's like a sister or brother, not the baby damn.
Okay, we're going to say sister then. But look, so Dallas, it does have its convenience. You are close to Arlington, so all the family activities, you are conveniently located close to there. Got the DFW International Airport, and then Dallas also have Dallas Love Field as well as an airport. So we actually have two airports in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Dallas is close to Plano. It's not that close, honestly. I mean, it's still a drive, but it's like a direct shot. So if you see this, it's literally like a direct shot to get from Plano and Frisco to Dallas. Anything you want to add on Dallas?
Yeah, you're trying to play Dallas. I feel like Dallas is the city, right? Everybody says they live in Dallas. They're not saying that for a reason. Dallas, I mean, for no reason. Dallas has everything to do. Dallas has its own nightlife. It has its own districts and regions. Dallas is its own place by its own right. It has its own culture. It has its own food recognition. It has its own parks and walking trails and tons of like murals in the city painted, and it has like a lot of art districts in the warehouse district. Like Dre trying to play Dallas like it's not this huge vibe in itself. It is such a techie and hippie and eccentric and sultry vibe. It is home of Erykah Badu. And when I say you feel that vibe when you're in Dallas or Deep Ellum area, you definitely shout out to Erykah Badu. It is definitely that vibe. It really is. When you Dallas is its energy on itself, right? It's like you feel it when you drive into Dallas. Big, huge buildings, skyscrapers. Dallas is money, and it says it. Like you can feel it when you pull in. So Dre trying to pay Dallas a little bit, but we're gonna get Dallas's recognition. It's one of the top moved to places for a reason. A lot of people get there and realize they can't afford the real Dallas. They can afford the inner city Dallas, and then that's why they shoot out to the suburbs. So
look at you. This is the exact reason why I don't do videos by myself, okay? Because there's always two perspectives. Listen, there's always two sides of the story, and I'm going to tell my side, and she's going to tell her side. And it's up to y'all to decide which one is the side you want to stick with. Do you want to be boring and always with the bad news sometimes, or do you want to be excited and come up with the positivity and keep it real? So, it's your choice. Now we're going to move on.
I didn't ask which one of us is which. You know, I'm just playing.
I'm the boring one. I'm the boring one. So now we are going to move to number 3, which is going to be Fort Worth, Texas. Now, Brandi.
Speaking of Fort Worth, because you just was trying to play, make it Dallas's baby. So look at it, number 3 on the list.
Yeah, I love Fort Worth. Fort Worth, For me, if it was a city that I was in, that I would be in love with, it would probably be Fort Worth. Honestly, um,
Really?
I feel like because I lived there, you know, that's one of the places I've actually lived in the Metroplex. And for me, yes, it is far from a lot of things. So it's like on the other side of the Metroplex, which is one of the things, one of the reasons why we love making these videos is to help you make the right decision. Okay,
So
so
you
I'm
actually know where it sits.
yeah,
Yes.
so I'm gonna
Because
show
when I
y'all.
got here, did I tell you when I moved here? When I moved here, I thought Dallas Fort Worth was one city. And so, because all you hear is DFW, 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 Dallas Fort Worth, Dallas Fort Worth. I'm thinking it's one place. And then when I got here, I like, it is two. Fort Worth is its own big city by itself. And I know I'm not the only person who thought that.
Yeah.
I know I could not
Oh
be the only
yeah,
person.
man, it was so confusing. So let me. It was so confusing for me too as well.
So pull
Because
it up.
I was, because you know they got like when they my ex, right, we used to always debate because it's like DFW. Oh, well, I didn't even know about DFW. I just knew about Dallas. And then when she used to talk about Fort Worth, because she's from Fort Worth, and I was like, that ain't nothing, you know. But Fort Worth is actually a big, big, big city in the DFW Metroplex. That's why I call it
That-
Dallas Fort Worth. So I'm gonna pull up the
That's
map of where Fort Worth is, just so you can kind of like get an idea. So this is Dallas, Arlington, Fort Worth. Okay, so it really just depends on like where you choose to live, because if you live in Fort Worth but you got a job in Dallas, that might not be the best thing for you. Or if Fort Worth and you got a job in Frisco or Plano, may not be the best move, because that commute, oh my God. Um,
45 minutes. A good 45 minutes. No matter what area you are in, from Dallas to Fort Worth is a minimum of about 40 to 45 minutes.
But Fort Worth, one of the things I like about Fort Worth is that it has its own personality. So if you look, this is just from the middle of Fort Worth to the middle of Dallas. It's not talking about anywhere else. So you see there's more traveling distance to Plano, to Forney, to Midlothian, to Waxahachie. Like it's a mile. So where you live, like where you choose to live, is like
Big deal.
it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So
And that's one of the mistakes again that I made. I thought it was one place. So I got a job in Dallas thinking, oh, Dallas Fort Worth is one place. And my place where I lived was in Fort Worth. And I drove an hour one way to work
oh
and didn't even realize it. So
Look.
now that's one of the things I tell people. Find, are you moving with a job? If you call us and you reach out to us, that's one of the intake questions I ask. Are you moving here with your job? I'm not asking that for no reason. I'm trying to help narrow down where you want to live, because it's such a big metroplex that you will be driving half of your day. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to eliminate that
and
drive
that drive is exhausting. Listen, tell me.
every day.
So let's talk about Fort Worth, Texas. So it had
First,
you said what?
the price of the houses.
Yeah, well, how much it costs to live in Fort Worth?
320.
320.
320 is median price right now. And guess what? Of the 5 cities on our list, Fort Worth was the cheapest.
Oh, really?
Hence, that's why I live in Fort Worth.
Well, honestly, like I think you get the most bang for your buck. Like when you pay that 320, like that 320 in Fort Worth versus a 320 in Dallas, it's like night and day. Like I feel more comfortable with my 320 in Fort Worth versus in Dallas. That's just me. And you'll kind of like when you come start house hunting, you'll see the difference. Honestly,
Definitely agree.
I feel like in Fort Worth things are like a little bit more spaced out, a lot more laid back. It gives you, it's not like completely country, but like more southern vibes. Huh? It's completely
I think
country.
it's completely,
Okay.
to me, it's completely country. But again, even like the night, at 9 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, it's nobody on the highway. I'm talking about major highways. They're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Do you hear? Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, dead. Unless it's a Rangers game, because the Rangers Stadium is right off the highway. Or the Cowboys Stadium is right off the highway. So coming from Arlington into Fort Worth, that's probably gonna be your only busy area on game days. But other than that, and then our Fort Worth is like 3 buildings downtown. So it's like the downtown is nothing extravagant. It ain't extravagant. We got okay. I take that back. What's that? We got not the stockyards. That is not downtown.
They got
We
the
have, like,
water gardens. They got the water
that's
garden.
a place. That's not like a downtown. That's not the whole. That's
Oh,
part of
they
the
got
university.
the Sundance Square.
That's it, and it's literally a square.
Yeah. Oh Lord, man,
It's
she
like people
she right,
just
she
don't
right,
know.
she right. I mean, they don't got. It's not flashy, but they got some kind of downtown. It's not like non-existent. Okay. They got. Uh, okay, never mind then.
I never.
Let's
the only
keep it
time
real
I
then.
say- The only time I've been like, I'm going downtown, truthfully, is probably for like the 4th of July fireworks at Panther Stadium
They got parades.
and the parades. The what's the name parade? The Thanksgiving parade.
And they got
Literally,
the, I think the lights, the Luminant Light Festival or something like that.
Yep. No, Irving's is way better.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Anyways, so Fort Worth, Texas, things to do in Fort Worth. So they got Sundance Square downtown, Fort Worth. They got the Stockyards. They got West 7th Street, partying on West 7th. They got the Botanical Gardens. They got the zoo. Did I say the water
Our
gardens?
zoo was the number one zoo. It was the number one zoo in the country, not Texas, in the country. Fort Worth Zoo, even though it's smaller than Dallas, it has a better zoo. It has a better botanical gardens, and Fort Worth Zoo was rated number one zoo in the United States.
Okay. And Fort Worth, like think about Fort Worth, like they're still building in Fort Worth, or they're almost finished building, but there's a lot of new build places that you can still get into in Fort Worth. That's why, like when I moved there like 3 years ago, that's one of the reasons why I was attracted to it, because there was a lot more land out there at the time.
Yeah, I think that's just Dallas in general. Like Texas in general. Texas has a lot of, land. It's land everywhere in Texas. That's why it's constantly building. So many people are moving here because it's so much land.
So anything you got to add on
Fort
Fort
Worth.
Worth?
I don't think personally, I don't think Fort Worth has that much to do. Being an older adult, a parent, I think we leave Fort Worth and go other places. But price point, you get a lot of value for your house. It's a lot of great suburbs with some really great school districts. So and you can follow it all on niche.com, like look into suburbs of Fort Worth. That's what I think I like most about the Fort Worth culture.
Okay.
Because I still can't get over these cowboy boots and buckles and belts.
Oh
and
yeah,
hats.
that's what that
That's a
culture
Fort
is.
Worth thing.
I didn't even talk about that, but yeah, it's more of like a cowboy boot. Like if it was acceptable any place, like you'll see it around Dallas, the DFW, but like Fort Worth, that's like where it's popular at. Like that's where the Stockyards is. Like they even have
I'm
like
talking black tie event. People will show up in cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, and you like
Oh,
it is a
Lord.
black tie event, but that is fancy. Like that is their dress, black tie attire.
that stuff ain't cheap though.
It does not matter. That's their attire for fancy. You look just like
Brandy's not having it. Brandy's
I'm
not
like,
having
I'm
it.
just like different. This is a different culture.
Okay, so
Okay,
we're gonna move on to number 4 on the list.
what's
okay,
number 4?
Urban, Texas is gonna be number 4.
I definitely agree with that.
I
I'm
definitely
almost
agree.
thinking Irving number 1. What you think?
You said what?
I'm almost thinking Irving should have been number 1. What you think?
I don't know. I think they all, Dallas is a big melting pot,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I definitely agree with that one. So Irving,
Let's talk about Irving. What Irving has?
so let me show y'all where Irving is. So one of the biggest reasons why people like to live in Irving is because they have a lot of businesses out there, but it is also close to, it's also close to the airport.
It's very centrally located. Yep. Right by the airport.
Yeah,
Close
it's
to all
right by the
major
airport.
highways. And Irving is big too.
So if you look at this, is the map right here. So this is Irving. So it's still kind of like in the middle, but Arlington is like more centrally located. Um, but this is Irving, and then you have the DFW International Airport. So if you live in Irving, you're gonna be like 5-10 minutes away from the DFW International Airport. And then you have Las Colinas. So there's like Irving and then Las Colinas, which is a part of Irving, but it's a different vibe, like in Las Colinas.
It's like the higher end of Irving.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Irving, and then you have like the Nordstroms of, that's what you get from Las Colinas. Mm-hmm.
That's what like whenever somebody says Las Colinas, you're like, oh, you live there. But I love Las Colinas though. It has like a little lake. It has like if you ever want to take somebody on a date night, that would be the perfect place to go. They have hotels upon this lake. You can canoe.
How you know about the hotels? I'm just kidding.
I spent some time there.
Oh, be mad at me. If he was here, he would kick me right now.
No, I see. No, I spent some time there. I had some occasions there. Yeah.
Occasions. Somebody.
But yeah, no, like get a hotel. They got the Omni. I think they got a Four Seasons down there. Get a hotel. They got a little boardwalk. Like it's a vibe.
They got a convention center. They got a really good convention center where a lot of people come in and host meetings and seminars. So it's a lot of commercial and businesses in Irving. And the price point of the houses are higher than Dallas and Fort Worth and Arlington. It's at about $380, $390. So it's a higher price point, but that's because they got uppity Las Colinas up in there too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And if you're looking for a master plan community, they have that. So I don't think they have that many. The houses in Irving are, I think, like in my opinion, they're more historic. But they do have this area called like Valley Ranch that I really like. Which is kind of like it gives you more of that master plan community feel. I don't think there's.
Well, you didn't talk about none of the master plans in the other cities. You shorten the people.
Yeah, well, Fort Worth don't really have like master. They have new build communities, but like master planned, Oh, I know.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
Ranch. Yeah, you're right.
They got Sabolo Trails.
You're right.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, see, look at her. This is why you need Brandi on your team because she naming them all.
Look, I was
trying to.
Arlington got a master plan community. Dallas has a master plan community.
Dallas, which one?
What's right up? Maybe that's not Dallas. Maybe that's more north Dallas. Okay, maybe not Dallas, but Arlington, definitely Fort Worth. And yeah.
Okay. So they got Valley Ranch in Irving. Okay. The rest of Irving, it's cool, but for me, it's all about Valley Ranch and Las Colinas for me.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
It's all about downtown Irving for me. Just the convention center has 2 convention centers, and I think those are pretty nice. Other than that, Irving is.
You see how we didn't spend that much time on Irving.
It's a lot of corporate.
And they do have a lot of businesses.
It's more apartment living to me.
Yeah.
So then because of the apartment living, the homes are beautiful. It's just that they're really close together because I think they kind of smushed everything in Irving to me.
Yeah. And they have a lot of warehouses. So like they have HelloFresh there, they have Amazon, they have a Samsung warehouse. So there's jobs. There's definitely jobs in Irving for you. So the last place, which kind of shocked me, is going to be Richardson, Texas.
I don't think it shocked me that much, only because I feel like that Addison, Richardson, Plano is its own little like HEB. You know what I mean?
So Richardson is going to be a little north of Dallas, okay? So we kind of getting like, I like this because we're kind of getting like a lot of the vibes, we get like that Western, we get the kind of mid-cities, the middle of Dallas. We get Dallas, and then we also get like
Get
kind
the
of
urban vibe.
that
Yeah.
North Dallas feel too with Richardson.
Yeah.
So
And what would you say that I think that North Dallas feel gives me North Dallas vibe for me is like a Seattle vibe. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it's not an uppity suit and suit stuffy vibe. It's more of a like Birkenstocks and shorts and shirt. You know what I mean? Like it's a real Seattle vibe
yeah,
to
yeah.
me in the North Dallas
A little bit more
area.
hippie.
Like a little more hippie. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, exactly.
So what's up with
You
Richardson?
don't want to pay them. You don't want to buy a house. No, I'm just playing. I didn't say that, y'all.
Oh,
Don't take me serious. But the house prices of out that way is 420. That's the average. And as you see, that was
and
the
honestly, I
highest.
don't think that's bad compared to some of the other North Dallas suburbs. I don't think that's bad for Richardson, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, at this point in life, I can't afford that, but
I mean, it just depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
To me, Richardson doesn't have. It's more ranch style
Yeah.
houses for me. Like that's what I see over there, more so, and older.
I think
So,
Richardson.
it's-
It's honestly, I haven't really spent that much time in Richardson. I've been to like
Did we do a
one.
video on Richardson?
I did one. I went to like one little festival in Richardson. I would say that was cool. Like they have a lot of festivals and events in Richardson. But other than that, like, what does Richardson have? It's like kind of like borderline North Dallas. Like, what is there to do in Richardson?
Yeah.
I think I would say like the convenience. I would say the convenience, honestly.
Nothing. They got a lot of farmers markets. No.
You see, a lot of people like that's one of the top places like they want to. That's one of the top places they ask about like when moving here, like Richardson. Like they
That's
used
just
to,
what they hear. People ask about what they hear, what they hear, what they hear. I think so many people break down so many areas and in a lump sum. Richardson is. I don't think if we look at the most places that people are moving to, I don't think
Yeah.
Richardson is top of the list. I just think that it's just the place that people talk about, because when you don't go South Dallas, you go North Dallas, and most people don't live in North Dallas; they live in Plano or Richardson. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that's all I think it is. But that's an
Okay.
opinion.
all right.
Don't leave no comments in our stuff talking about our opinion, because this is our opinion. Okay?
They can definitely leave. Drop a comment because that comment it makes us money and it get people out there. So please drop all of your negative comments. Please, please make me money.
It's so funny. All right,
Anyways.
what else?
That is it. Anything else on Arlington Richardson?
No, that's it. So as you see, those are our top 5 diverse places to live in the DFW. Of course, there are some suburbs outside of those areas. So if those top 5 areas are not one of the places you would consider living, and you want to know more so about some suburbs, some smaller areas next to those places, definitely reach out to us and we'll give you some more information about that. And again, all this stuff is our opinion based off our professional opinion and our personal opinion, okay? So, don't hold it against us, I'll say, because it's our opinion. You let us know what you feel.
Absolutely. Until next time, we'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Okay.
Deuces.